Hey guys, it's me, Jordan. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button. Turn notifications, give me a huge thumbs up in today's video.
I can understand you.
Why?
You don't talk clearly. You don't.
My side of the story to be told.
Yeah.
I had plenty of opportunity
Why don't you
to kill her
speak
if I wanted to.
clearly so people can understand your words?
So what I said was, hi guys, it's me, Jordan. Jordan. It's me, Jordan. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications.
And she would just drop
Notifications. Give me a huge thumbs up in today's video.
I would say that
Was that clear enough? Was that clear enough?
There's never a time
G-Man?
that Phoenix and I were.
Was that clear enough?
We don't have those
Not
kind
so
of disagreements.
fast.
If we do have a disagreement, we talk about it and then it's over with.
If you can tell by the
selfie
frosting.
video where she was talking to herself.
Mm-hmm.
This is a month before she disappeared. This is in November. Did the police get that video? Did you
I
offer?
don't know. I'm sure. I think Foster did.
And Foster is
The private investigator that was helping us.
okay. I think one of the important things is
Today's
one of the
video we're
comments
gonna
she
be
makes
making-
in there, among other comments, was "I need to get away." She talks about getting away. What is your
Gingerbread
perspective on
house.
that?
That's the roof.
I don't know what she was talking about getting away from. Her boyfriend, lifestyle.
I just kept wondering what is she talking about? Why didn't she come to us? But did she walk away?
I had frosting on them
think so.
because I was building them up here, but it was
You agree with that? She wouldn't want to leave.
not in the right angle.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Nope. One theory is that Phoenix ran away.
Other roof.
The very first time I heard that was from the St. Louis County detective who was assigned to the case, and I said, so why don't you give me 2 reasons why you think she ran away? He couldn't name 2. I said, so let's move on. It makes me feel kind of like, how stupid are you? You don't know anything about us or Phoenix. It's absurd. We are a family.
There's even a
This is her
gingerbread man in a tree.
We reached out to the Colden's private investigator.
Tree.
He's been working the case off and on for years, and we want to find out what he's
My
on top of.
dog sniffs it and
It's been a
likes it.
long road, very long road.
How long have
Gingerbread.
you been actually working on the case?
Since 2012.
Wow, so like the beginning of 2012 is when I actually first covered it too.
About February 2012, I was asked to get involved.
I mean, you've been looking at this longer than anyone.
Dingies
What do you think about the human trafficking theory?
and candy.
Human trafficking in Missouri is a hot topic.
That
Based
kind
on
of
Some of
candy.
the things that we do know,
That kind
I
of
would probably have
candy.
to conclude at this point. I think that's
That
highly
kind of. This kind.
Why would you say that?
Well, I would
that
probably say
kind of
because
candy.
of the support she
And
had. You know, other people in her family that cared about her families and friends.
that kind
And
of
her
candy.
mother is being as strict as she is. I don't see her going down that road, or I don't see anybody selling her
These
that particular
things.
package.
Gumballs,
She's too smart.
round things, and Christmas lights.
Would she be
Go
desperate
on
enough to do it though if she needed the money?
No, I don't think that's part of her particular lifestyle.
Okay.
I mean, as you can see, she's a very
Round
beautiful
2 of me
girl.
building.
And even though she had people around her, I don't think Phoenix would go
Baby
down that
buddy
road.
bite me.
Now, could she be tricked?
Why are you biting your mama?
What are your theories at this point?
Oh my god.
Your theory is that she voluntarily left.
Yes.
Tell me about that. I'm curious.
Well, before she went missing, Phoenix was going through some issues with her parents.
Right.
They were having heated arguments.
Right, because she's been on her own for 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
Now she comes home and she's rebelling a little bit.
The relationship was really at a strain.
Right.
But it wasn't until we looked further into the investigation to determine the fact that Phoenix was actually going and taking money.
From where?
From a secure location within the house.
What's the
Safe.
Well, there was a safe.
That's correct.
What exactly did she take out of the safe?
Well, it's my understanding from the codes that Phoenix was taking savings bonds.
Were they her savings bonds?
And yes, they were her savings. They were under her and her mother's name.
Interesting. So was she cashing the bonds?
Yes, she was.
Do you know what time frame this was? Because Phoenix moved back into the house the summer of 2011. So she's home for 6 months. And would you believe that this occurred over that 6 months?
By looking at the dates on those savings bonds, I don't think they occurred within the time that she actually moved back home.
So this happened before she moved back home?
Yes.
As a whole, how much money do you think
I would probably say roughly it was under $2,500.
Okay, so your theory is that she may have been like piling some money away and then kind of waiting for the right time to take off?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
The curious part to that is that in the course of her getting these savings bonds, there were some birth certificate documents that Phoenix actually ran across.
So Phoenix has multiple birth certificates.
I believe there's actually 2 out there.
Holy smokes.
She's got 2 birth certificates.
That is correct.
Wow.
Do you know why that is?
One is in Phoenix Reeves, and the other is in Phoenix Colden.
Wait a minute. Phoenix Reeves is Goldia's maiden name.
That is correct.
So she was a single mother?
That is correct. Until Mrs. Colden married Lawrence Colden.
Do you know anything about if she's assumed another identity in the name of Phoenix Reeves?
That information I'm not sure of.
Okay. So had you ever had anyone say where they
So
believe that she
Phoenix
went?
was gay at
I
one
guess that's the
point?
whole mystery. Really, no
Not
one
at
knows
all.
where Phoenix is, period. There's been no
Wait, how'd you
correspondence.
get that?
There's been no
Because it
use of
said she
any of her
married a
personal
girl.
data information, whether it's to apply.
That's what
whether
I
it's
heard.
To update, whether it's to renew any type of
The
government.
mother was
issued
not
documentation.
married when
There's
she
been none of
had
that.
Phoenix. Then the mother married her husband now.
Then what did she have? Making babies with herself?
The whole thing with the second
Yeah.
birth certificate, that is huge.
Absolutely huge. That was probably the most significant thing that Foster told us, that we know now that she has another name. I mean, if she has the birth certificate, it's the perfect out. All she needs to do is
Christmas
a Social
lights.
Security number, then a driver's license, and she's assumed a whole new identity.
So what about what Foster said about the bonds? I mean, it was about $2,500 because $2,500 won't go very far.
Uno?
Absolutely. I mean, she needed somebody to help her. She had to go somewhere to stay for a period of time.
Foster also said he just didn't think that the sex trafficking thing was possible, but I think it's an absolute possibility.
Absolutely. She was very vulnerable at that time.
So I think when we put this all together, the bottom line is I think she is out there.
What I'd like to do now is I want to reach out to Dean. Dean is the one who got us the information on cell phone Mike. We're going to look for credit history, driver's license in this one, and we're going to see if we can find her.
You give me the name Reeves,
Right. Mother's maiden name.
brother's maiden name.
Right.
I ran skip trace on Phoenix Reeves, and only found 4 in the whole United States. 3 of them I can discount right away. One of them is deceased. The other 2 have relatives and addresses and a long history.
Right.
But the one that you're going to love, I've never seen this before in skip trace. It didn't show any identifiers. It didn't have a date of birth associated with it. No relatives, no social security numbers, nothing. All it had is an address. The date range of that address was January 2012,
2 weeks after she disappears here in St. Louis.
right, to June of 2012.
So you're telling me before January 2012, this Phoenix Reeves didn't exist?
No, after June of 2012, it disappears. Just a 6-month period, and then it vanishes.
Oh, wow. Okay, where?
The address that I have is in Anchorage, Alaska.
Anchorage.
Right.
You gotta be kidding me.
No.
Best lead we've had.
Yeah.
You might have found it. You might have found it.
The children's went
You might have found her yourself.
He has an ironclad alibi.
No eyewitnesses, no real clues.
That person never was on our radar. We didn't know what we were
Does it
doing.
go on like that? Yes, it is.
A new series, Thursday at 8 on Oxygen.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Too early.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ready or not, the holidays are here. So warm up your holiday spirit with donut sticks, new chocolate dipping sauce, and a cinnamon cookie latte from McCafe.
Trident Tropical Beat Vibes start with a light crystal coating, then change into a smooth gum with bursts of mango peach flavor that pop and pop, pop, pop. Trident Vibes, brought to you by Trident.
Alexa, show me the front door.
I need you, you. I need you.
What do we want for dinner?
Burgers! I want a sugar cookie. I want a bucket of chicken. I want...
It's the easiest because it's the cheesiest. Kraft for the win-win.
For the diamond in your life, there's only one diamond store.
I want a bucket of chicken.
You can't fake the goodness of real strawberries, the crunch of real almonds, the taste of real raspberries. We use real ingredients because you can't fake delicious. Special K.
There they are, the perfect pair of black jeans. And you'll do anything to keep them from fading in the wash. With OxyClean Dark Protect Laundry Booster, now you can help keep your favorite darks.
How do you do that?
And extend the life of dark clothes. Wash after wash after wash.
That should be on the video.
We make OxyClean Dark Protect. You make it work. Work your magic.
How the hell do you do this?
Experience of a lifetime. It's progressive.
Hello! How do you do this?
I don't have the directions. You do.
The rate comparisons and flow in a boat. Insurance adventure awaits at Progressive on Ice. Tickets not available.
God damn, I just want to do this.
Jordan, watch your mouth.
58,070 steps a year can be hard on her feet, knees, and lower back. That's why she wears Dr. Scholl's orthotics. They're clinically proven to relieve pain and give you the comfort
Like you don't swear.
Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
Easy to get lost out here.
Less than an hour, you'll be in the tundra.
She came here talking about getting off the grid. Ain't nobody from St. Louis gonna recognize her up here. The most significant thing in this particular lead is that we can only find 4 Phoenix Reeves in the whole country.
Right.
And this one just shows up in 2012.
2 weeks after her car was found abandoned in East St. Louis.
Talk about timing.
In that database, I've never seen anything like that. All I had was her name, the date range, and an address. No date of birth, no social security number, no relatives at all.
Yeah, maybe she's still here. The information Dean got indicates that Phoenix Reeves lived in this neighborhood. We're going to show her picture around, we're going to canvass the neighborhood, and we're going to see if we get any hits from anybody. are you? We're looking for a missing girl, and we've got reason to believe she might have been on this street at one time. How long have you lived here? Okay, it was a little before your time. She would have been up here right around 2012. Would you have lived here at that time, ma'am?
I've lived here for 41 years.
Well, we came to the right house.
This picture is about 7 years old.
She could have went by the name of Phoenix Colden or Phoenix Reeves. Doesn't ring a bell.
No.
Do you know any of your neighbors who might rent rooms?
No. I've never seen her.
Okay.
No.
All right. Let's head over to the address that came up in your database search.
Looks like all the cars are here.
3 cars.
I swear to
Somebody's here.
freaking God, I'm gonna smash this thing.
Why don't you
Maybe I'll
just
walk up
put
there.
it away for a while?
So I come out of the house.
Put it up on the table, like I said.
Hi, how you doing? Can I talk to you?
Well, who the hell is gonna help me? You ain't helping me.
Jordan, put it up on the table for now.
Female came out. She's a white female, dark hair. Looks to be in her 40s, perhaps.
I haven't even finished my coffee, for God's sake.
We're rolling. I kind of tell you the story, but it's nothing positive. So she said that she's living at the house right now. She's had the house from 2002. She's the sole owner of the house. Nobody's rented the house. Nobody's lived in the house. She does not know any Phoenix, Reeves, or Colden.
Did you get any idea that she may...
I sense no deception whatsoever.
Well, that's disappointing.
Talk about frustrating.
I agree. We talked to the owners of the house, we talked to all the neighbors, and didn't get just a single lead.
There's a part of me that thinks she was here. You know that gut feeling you
I
get?
agree.
So, what did she come for? Is she falling off the grid?
Right.
Ain't nobody from St. Louis gonna find you here. I mean, look at this place. Look how vast it is out here.
I agree.
It certainly would be a good place to disappear.
You know what? I cannot sit here and let you vilify my daughter.
She didn't leave on her own.
What do you think happened?
Do you think I'm really going to tell you everything that I saw?
I am an Instagram boyfriend, but now that rolled chicken tacos are back at Taco Bell,
Sunset hard hands.
my hands are tied. Let's just enjoy this moment.
Take the picture.
Rolled chicken tacos are back with your choice of dips, only at Taco Bell.
Oreo for Santa. Oreo for Santa?
You don't know how this works, do you?
It's my first day.
Don't miss it. It's the K Black Friday event. Save up to 60% on Black Friday specials, like this 3-piece diamond set under $100, or this diamond ring under $2,000. Every best gift ever begins with K.
Still the only one cats ask for by name.
I don't want to buy anything.
Stand up if you are first generation college student. Stand up if you're a mother.
If you are actively deployed, a veteran, or you're in a military family, please stand. The world in which we live equally distributes talent, but it doesn't equally distribute opportunity. And paths are not always the same.
I'm so proud of you, Dad.
I will tell you this, Southern New Hampshire University can change the whole trajectory of your life.
Let's do this. I was training for the Olympics, and unfortunately I got injured and didn't make the team. I ate and drank everything in sight.
I did anything and everything that I thought would get me like that skinny, and it never worked.
And then I tried new.
And then I tried new. New taught me how to change my habits a little by little.
They say it's based on a cognitive behavioral approach. I just say it works.
Visit Noom.com and lose the weight for good.
Sounds like posting is
It's not a problem at all.
Your mom's off gluten now.
Is she?
I forgot to.
I got you. He really believed he was going to walk away from this. Not on my watch.
All right, so I know there's a lot of theories out there, so I guess we need to just kind of go through everything.
I think we need to break them down and get each other's opinions.
Right.
Especially before we talk
Oh my
about
God.
Right. The first theory is that she may have been snatched from her blazer. Okay, so let's look at it from that perspective, right?
Okay.
Her blazer was found at 9th and St. Clair,
Right.
in the worst part of East St. Louis. And we know it's just a stone's throw away from Interstate 70. Sex trafficking highway, that's a possibility as far as someone maybe snatching her and just getting on that highway and just going.
If you look at the facts of the case, go where the evidence leads you. The car was found. Remember what Officer Perry said his initial reaction was when he found the car?
My first thought when I saw the vehicle was it maybe it possibly ran out of gas, because it might have been why it was stopped in the middle of the street right there.
So he thought the car ran out of gas. There is no signs of struggle. There's no blood in the car. Nothing was out of place. Very, very low probability that she was snatched. Let's talk about, in my opinion, a more probable theory, that she was lured away. What was her reaction in the selfie video?
She was upset. She wasn't happy.
Immediately before she disappeared. And what did she say in the selfie video?
She wants to start over.
Okay. What does her friend say about her? Kira, her best friend.
She was mentally unraveling.
She just kept saying something after me, something after me. And I'm like, what is after you?
Could she have been lured away?
I mean, that's, yeah, of course.
Right.
She's vulnerable. If she's young, she's vulnerable.
Was she vulnerable to a pimp who comes along and says, you know, you're beautiful, I'm going to take you away from all this, I'm going to take you to another city. And then when she gets away, things change then.
Why would she stay away for so long?
What did Katie say?
All it takes is one kind of act that is deemed shameful by your family, and then now they have leverage.
I still wonder if that is what's holding her back, or is there just someone holding her back?
I mean, her ex-boyfriends, none of them will speak to us. Cell phone May. We know one of his ex-girlfriends filed a restraining order against him, claiming that he was violent.
We don't have any proof that he was involved with her disappearance.
Right.
You know, but all it does is kind of lead us to think that she may have been hanging with a rougher crowd than what
Now
she may
it's
have
time
been
to
used
put the gumballs.
In my opinion, the most probable theory is that she staged her own disappearance. So, did she have help? I think that absolutely she needed help to pull this off. If she did this and she left on her own, she's done a very masterful job of staying off the radar. You know, but you got to keep in mind now, even if she left on her own, doesn't mean she's safe now.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Doesn't mean she's alive now.
If her life was in such a tailspin and it's in turmoil and she's struggling, why didn't she just move out? She's 23, right? She's moved out before. I'm thinking, why not just move out again?
could she have withstood the pressure that her parents might have put on her? I mean, we know that her parents, I mean, they were strict. You know, by some people's accounts, they were controlling. Did that play into this?
The reality is we have to take all of this and present this stuff to the Coldens. And I'm wondering, you know, when it comes to Goldia's response, I think she'll be upset by it.
I think we have to be prepared for an emotional response. I mean, as any parent, but she's a loving parent. I mean, she's going to be emotional.
Absolutely.
I never had anybody understand.
What the fuck?
Only person won't make the difference. I just want to start over.
As a policeman for 28 years, it's one of the most frustrating cases I've ever been on. It's been quite a journey. And we really want to give you some of the information that we learned in the investigation. And these are things that we believe to be correct, okay?
It looks like my dog's on top of it, but
There's
no.
a couple theories here that I think
Buddy, can you hand me that box? Can you give me that?
Kidnapper, force shooter, the lead.
Flick.
I'm not seeing that right now. There's always that possibility. Did Phoenix leave on her own accord?
No, stop
That was the
falling.
first-hand information. And Phoenix is telling people that
You
she
dumb
wants to get away.
gumballs.
And we have that in our own words on that video. Okay?
Okay.
Here's another thing is when Phoenix went missing on December 18th, you said she left that particular day, that she's never walked out like that before. She walked out with conviction.
Here's your medicine.
I mean, in my opinion,
I have
mean,
the
there's
roof.
a strong likelihood
Darn, it's just the gumballs when stop
she
falling.
went away on her own.
But why?
Hey!
She's about to.
Why? Tell me.
He's in my candy.
Jordan, here's your medicine.
Like a Christmas morning massacre.
It's the most horrific thing I've ever seen.
Stop, huh?
You're looking for that one little clue that could
After.
I can't imagine anything worse than a little girl going through Christmas and not even her mother there.
Homicide for the holidays, a new season, next Saturday at 7:30.
Hey,
Okay, we're going to watch the sneakers and headphones with turtleneck. It's just so important to find out what gift. I have to let it come to me. And they're all up to 65% off. Done.
You can get me to watch. I did it.
Oh, you really do give the best gifts.
Yeah, I do.
Your favorite fashion brands up to 65% off. Find a center near you or shop online at premiumoutlets.com.
So Josh, you going for our Drive Safe and Safe discount?
Yep.
Where's that orange gumball that just fell?
You wanna go? You wanna go, bro? Hey, do not mess with my discount. You can save up to 30%. Let's go! Nice to meet you. Go get him, Tiger.
Sounds like you've got this.
Yeah, definitely.
Get a discount up to 30% with Drive Safe and Save from State Farm.
Still have 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's this? I can't believe it. My lucky number. Number 5. Oh my gosh, this is great. It's my favorite perfume. This is amazing.
On the windows, you put icing.
Imagine diving into the biggest closet in the world, packed with your favorite brands and styles at unbelievable prices. Welcome to ThredUp, the world's largest online thrift store. With over 50,000 new items every day at unbeatable prices. Madewell from $9, Anthropologie from $13, Coach from $25, Nike from $6. From these racks right to your door. Check out the app and see for yourself. Enter code NEW for up to an extra 50% off your first order at thredup.com.
You guys, we just got the Omaha steaks you gave us, and we all had dinner together. Thank you.
Give Omaha Steaks the unique experience they'll share, remember, and love. For a limited time, send the perfect holiday gift at a very special price. Every Omaha steak is aged 21 days for unmatched tenderness and delivered with a 100% money-back guarantee. Order today, and the perfect holiday gift includes 4 tender, perfectly sized 6-ounce filet mignon, plus 4 delicious pork chops, 4 juicy chicken breasts, 4 Omaha Steaks burgers, 4 golden potatoes au gratin, and 4 caramel apple tartlets, plus our signature steak seasoning, all for just $79.99. Call or click for your gift right now, and we'll include 4 more burgers free. That's 20 amazing dinners plus sides and dessert.
We're eating the Omaha Steaks fillets. Merry Christmas.
Don't wait. Call this number or search perfect on omahasteaks.com right now.
So how exactly?
In my opinion, there's a strong likelihood that she went away on her own. Why did she leave?
Yeah, why? Tell me.
Why? I don't know. Was she vulnerable? Absolutely. When you watch the video, the selfie video, it shows she's going through some struggles, internal struggles.
She didn't leave on her own. She could have packed her some clothes, put it in her car, but did she do that? No.
Right.
You know, these are the kind of questions that let me know that she didn't do this on her own.
I agree with some of that. This would have been too hard of a feat to pull off by herself.
Incredible feat.
But if she did leave on her own accord, who helped her? It's almost like Phoenix had 2 sides. And she's playing along with you guys that there's the Phoenix who went to church, will swing the bells in the bell choir, honor roll student. Now all of a sudden she's morphed into this other side of her. We can kind of tell you some of the things that we learned. She had dropped out of school. She had at least 1 secret phone, and possibly more. She's dating people that are not a good influence on her. So my question is, did you see that with Phoenix, that there's 2 sides of her? Is that something you see?
It's always been there. I'm her mother.
And a mother knows better than anybody.
I know. Now, do you think I'm really going to tell you everything that I saw in my daughter? No. She was no Miss Goody Two-Shoes. I never painted my child as a Goody Two-Shoes. She's human.
Listen to me. I look at this, what Phoenix was able to pull off, how she was able to deceive both of you.
You know what? I cannot sit here and let you vilify my daughter. I can't do it anymore. And I know a lot of the things that Phoenix encountered, because I encountered some of the same stuff when I was her age. Right there in East St. Louis and St. Louis. People trying to lure me into certain things. But I didn't go for it because I was a little bit more streetwise than Phoenix. But she may have been, I believe she was lured and she was tricked into certain things. Curiosity killed the cat. And I hope it did not kill my daughter.
I understand you're trying to protect your daughter. I mean, I would do the same, okay? If it was my child, I'd want to protect her reputation. And from my perspective, I think those last couple months are significant in what was going on in Phoenix's
But you know what?
life.
It wasn't just the last couple of months. The last couple of months was her coming back. That last day was it.
What happened on that day?
Phoenix was
I'm
coming
eat the orange
back.
one since it won't stop falling.
On the way home, she said, "Mom, we need to get back to the way we used to be." And I said, what do you mean? What do you mean, Phoenix? She said, we just need to be more like what we used to be like. I said, thank you, Jesus. She's coming back.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. All I want to know is if Phoenix is watching this, forget all this BS. Forget all this stuff. Don't worry about what people will say, because those people don't count, do they? I could never not love Phoenix. I love her. That's all there is to it.
Phoenix had love in her home, constant love. And we just continue to investigate as best we can to come across our daughter somewhere, somehow.
People have their own lives to live, but I know I won't stop.
Grandma text me back yet?
She gave my life meaning.
How do you know?
Because it would have popped up.
It's hard to end our investigation and still not know where Phoenix is, but we know that these cases are solved by the collective efforts of people who won't give up. And someone out there knows what happened to her. And Phoenix, if you're watching this, know that we're all here for you and that there's help out there. The search for Phoenix continues. Connect with the community at facebook.com/Oxygen Network.
She was a dedicated EMT who found her soulmate after years of searching.
She thought he was the man that she was going to be with the rest of her life.
It was just a lovey-dovey relationship.
She was always worried about everyone else. As long as everyone else was happy, she felt like she was happy too.
But that life of love and sacrifice would be swept away with one breathtakingly vicious crime. In the darkness on the edge of town.
He was dispatched as a possible Hispanic male, had been shot.
The question mark everybody was asking, who is this person?
She stood there and watched the detectives. Maybe you're there to see what they're gonna find.
As this shocking case unfolds, investigators must answer one question. Why was this life taken in a remote area of peaceful North Carolina? And who was responsible?
We were told this man may strike again. There's a predator out there.
Everywhere you turn around, there's just another angle.
Your intensity goes up, your adrenaline starts flowing.
What is it that he's worried that she knows about, specifically?
And unfortunately, angels.
Yes.
I remember when I found out, it was very chilling to me.
Because it's not there down.
I'm gonna get Coke.
September 5th, 2006. It's a little after 1 a.m. in a remote corner of Brunswick County, North Carolina. Situated along Highway 211, the area is known to locals as the Green Swamp.
In the heart of the Green Swamp, in the middle of the Highway 211, is this restaurant called Becky's Seafood Restaurant.
The proprietors of Becky's, McKinley Little and his wife, live next door and are home that night with their daughter, Debbie.
My dad was going to bed, and his bedroom is in the end of the house next to the restroom.
As Mr. Little settles into bed, a noise outside jolts him wide awake.
He heard 2 gunshots. The first one being, he described it as muffled compared to the second one.
And he come back out and he said, something awful has happened out in the restaurant. And Mama said, go see.
When Mr. Little returns, it's obvious he's witnessed something truly terrifying.
He come back in and he was white as a ghost and shaking all over. He said somebody's dead in the parking lot. Somebody's been killed. So I called 911.
Suffolk County 911, where's your emergency?
There's a dead man laying in the parking lot.
Okay, then, do you want to talk to the officer?
I want somebody to get out here.
He was dispatched as a possible Hispanic male had been shot.
Sergeant Thomas Tolley with the Brunswick County Sheriff's Department is one of the first officers to arrive at the scene.
I instruct Deputy Now to go to the right side of the building, and I'll go to the left side of the building, and we start approaching. We fan apart, go around, and as soon as we get to the front left corner of the building, we see the body laying there. Walking up, it did appear that it was possibly a Hispanic male, but you get there, and then we realize it's a female.
There was a wound to the middle of her forehead and also to the side of the forehead. Looked like 2 gunshots.
We checked for pulse, we checked for anything that we could do, but obviously she was gone at that point.
Who was this woman? And what evil had befallen her in this remote section of coastal Carolina?
Get the sponge right
To answer
there.
those questions, investigators will seek help from a familiar
Me, I did it, right? Did I do it?
Martha Farmer.
No, but still.
Oh, no, but still.
I don't know how to clean it.
Born in
Well, you're gonna
1966,
learn
Martha
today.
Farmer moved to Brunswick County, North Carolina from Michigan, desperate to start a new life away from a brutish ex-husband.
Martha said it was a rocky relationship. He liked to drink, wouldn't let her do nothing, and stuff like that, so she had to get out of that relationship.
Martha, a trained EMT, was trying to outrun other demons besides just her ex.
Martha was an EMT years and years ago, but she had a tragic death. An infant died on Martha, and she couldn't deal with that. So Martha just let her certification go.
When you see some things that we see, it
All right,
can hurt
bye.
you spiritually, emotionally, even physically. And I think that brought her into a depression.
A depression that was so severe, it ultimately
Don't
cost
you
Martha
cut a
more
piece?
than just her career.
No.
She also
You're not
lost
eating
her
that
children
whole
to a
apple
solid
pie.
custody battle.
Go
Martha's
cut
ex-husband
us.
took her to court to
Give
get
it to me.
custody of her 2 kids. And
Give it to me.
He got custody of her.
After moving to the Carolinas for a fresh start,
Oh,
Martha
wait,
bounced
no,
from
but I
one
haven't even had a
job to
piece
the
of
next.
it.
Although she was just barely scraping by, the fog of her depression slowly began to lift in her new surroundings.
She would have her
And
boundaries,
take this.
even though she
Well,
was
I wouldn't
down, she would
know.
always laugh and make you laugh. She just had that loving personality that everybody fell in love with.
Martha worked at a gas station.
Oh,
I went
yeah,
to go
yeah,
get
real
gas,
classic.
and we just hung out, then we just became good friends after that.
Martha felt a renewed desire to return to the career she
Make
had
videos,
once
make
cherished.
videos of you.
I started my